A very good morning. EURUSD has seen another bearish candle close here on the daily time frame, indicating to me that there's still a lot of bearish momentum. We created a new area of daily supply here on the buy up before the sell down. What I'm expecting for the day ahead is EURUSD to drop down further. Currently, my target is set at the weekly swing low here for EURUSD, this low over here. So I'm expecting after grabbing liquidity underneath that low that we will then see a reversal back in towards the highs, or if we just take it out with a lot of momentum, the next target is going to be this swing low over here at around 1.02. That's currently what I have on my eyes for EURUSD. Here on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that yesterday's supply zones were in control. First of all, we had this buy before the sell candle imbalance, which caused the market to drop down again. Then again, this buy up, sell down, we tap back in and sell back down again. Now we have this buy up for the sell, so who knows, we might pull back into there, and then I'll be looking for another sell in towards the downside. However, keeping in mind EURUSD is currently very bearish, what could also just very simply happen is that now that we've grabbed liquidity above all of these descending highs here, that we will see that sell-off already commence in towards the downside. So what am I looking for shorts? Well, preferably you would want to see a pullback into this area of supply, but it is not necessary. What could also just happen is that we just react to the liquidity over here, and then we see some kind of bearish change of character, and then I'll already be happy to look for potential further downside here on EURUSD. So definitely keeping my eyes open for further downside here on euro dollar. If we don't pull up as high as we want, then yeah, you can already start looking for shorts from the current location and be a little bit more aggressive. But for that, we still need to wait for a little bit more development. Now, the reason that I'm looking for further downside on EURUSD is because I'm still anticipating a bearish dollar. If we look here at the daily time frame, we can see that the fractal high has now once again been broken over here, and this is now become your fractal low. So the low of this bullish candle is now your fractal low, and this is pretty much your entire area of demand. So this entire sell before the buy up, this is now the demand zone from where I expect the market to push up higher once again. Now obviously, with a lot of uncertainty in the world currently going on, I've highlighted already many times this week, with Israel, with Russia and Ukraine, what you're now seeing is a strong dollar as a lot of money is flowing into these safe haven assets, and you're seeing the Australian dollar, you're seeing the New Zealand dollar, you're seeing whatever other pair, let me just put it that way, being much weaker against the dollar, against the yen, for example. So keep that in mind when trading the dollar. The dollar is still bullish, both fundamentally and technical. So I'm still interested at looking for further upside here on the dollar. So that's it pretty much for the day ahead. Not looking too much into the lower time frame because it's just a little bit messy. Focusing mainly here on the daily. For me, it's just very clear that the dollar is still bullish. Who knows, we might just be creating a lower wick for the day, and then yeah, pushing up higher once again. Going into AUDUSD next, also expecting further downside here. What I'm currently looking at is, okay, we have seen a retracement pretty much into this entire, let's say, order block over here. Yes, you could refine it to like this, but this is essentially your entire buy up for the sell down. So we've already touched into that daily order block. Then go down into the 4-hour time frame. What can we see over here? On the 4-hour, we have seen a pullback into this area of supply. Now this is an area of supply right over here, which caused the push down. We come into that area of supply. Here we have the initial reaction. We see the push down, we see the push back up. Then what happens over here, and I made a mistake in yesterday's video, I think I didn't highlight this low, but over here we have already seen a bearish change of character. We get the pullback in towards the upside, and then again you come up pretty much into this area of supply over here. And then again, you see the bearish change of character. So looking for further downside. At the moment, your fractal high is the high over here. This is your fractal low on the 4-hour time frame. So what I'm looking at currently is just this supply zone now to push the market down lower here for AUDUSD. Going into the 15, we can currently see that we've already pulled back up in towards this 15-minute supply zone. Who knows, we might pull up a little bit higher still, but I'm still interested in further downside from AU for the rest of today. We have quite a few clean areas of supply, so I'll just be looking to see where I get my bearish reaction from, and that is then where I'm going to be looking for further shorts here on AU. So that is AU for you for the day ahead, looking for shorts. Then if we go into GBPUSD, GBPUSD sold off also pretty aggressively yesterday evening, and this morning actually even. Looking here at the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour is not that clear. Let's just focus mainly on the daily, because you guys know from yesterday's video that GBPUSD has been ranging pretty heavily. We have finally hit that daily area of demand, guys, which I've been mentioning for so long. As you can see over here, this is your, excuse me, I'm now going back into AUD but if we just go back into GBPUSD, you guys can see that we've been talking about this demand zone, which is an imbalance for a very long time. So what I'm now looking at again is very directly, if we just look at the mechanical structure, we know, okay, supply is still in control. Okay, so this is your buy up before the sell down. This is now supply. So a lot of traders would now say, okay, we can potentially look for longs right inside of this demand zone. That is not ideal. Obviously, getting into shorts at this moment in time when you've already seen this entire push is not ideal as well, but it is higher probability than looking for longs just over here. So what I'm just simply going to do is I'm just going to continue to look for shorts here on GBPUSD, follow the daily order flow further in towards the downside. For now, I understand that we have pretty much gotten an entire daily order block over here, and I'm just going to be looking and focusing on further downside. For now, this is pretty much your 4 hour supply zone, which is directly in control. Going to the 1 hour time frame, it is not the cleanest with all of these descending highs. So what I would preferably want to do here on GU is wait for at least this high to go and then maybe look for shorts. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, this is currently your 1 hour supply zone. Maybe just wait for price to reach that and also reach that 4 hour supply zone, right? This is pretty much it, your consolidation. So you get the push down, consolidation, push down, therefore this is supply. But you can see a lot of descending highs, so you definitely need a lot of manipulation before we can get into like some high probability short plays. So that's GBPUSD. Now getting into NZDUSD, what are we seeing over there? Because we also know that we were expecting further downside from yesterday's video. NZDUSD extremely clear. We can very clearly see that the overall, again, sorry about that, but we can see that the overall order flow has shifted further again in towards the downside. We're just following order flow down. Here you see the initial break, right? So you get the push up, pull back, push up, come into higher time frame area of supply. Then you get the bearish change of character, push up, push down, push up, push down again. So beautiful area of supply, never broke the fractal high, always remained bearish, and that is what pushed the market down lower. Now once again, another fractal break. This is currently your fractal high, this is currently your fractal low. I'm still looking for shorts here on NZDUSD to eventually take out the weekly low all the way over here. So still interested in further downside from NU. We'll keep my eyes open to what the 4 hour does, and if we pull back a little bit higher, then it will get a lot more interesting. But obviously we're already inside some, let's say, 50-minute supply zones. So let's see what happens from current price levels. Ideally, you would want to be selling a little bit higher up, but we could already look over here to see if we get the change of character. Otherwise, wait for a change of character up over here and get in on the bearish momentum once again. Going into our last pair, which is, of course, gold. Gold has been pushing, guys, and we've been saying it now already the entire week, expecting higher prices on gold. It's a no-brainer. Gold is fundamentally, just very simply said, bullish, especially now with the International Court of Law or Court of Justice here in The Hague in the Netherlands. They have warranted a... they want to arrest Netanyahu, who is the Prime Minister currently of Israel. So what is now happening is that a lot of countries are kind of getting on an edge. USA is the only country not calling for a ceasefire in Palestine. So there's a lot of politics going on in the world. Then again, also Russia and Ukraine situation. It is a very tough time for the world, and this is causing currently just gold, to further push in towards the upside. So it just makes sense for gold to continue to push up higher, back up in towards a new all-time high. So for me, it just makes sense to continue longing this thing, further in towards the highs from a fundamental perspective, but also from a technical perspective. I've already explained all week long. We're bullish. We've just grabbed liquidity underneath lows, and we're just looking to continue this up higher. This supply zone is not going to push the market all the way down lower, in my opinion, unless we see some very significant changes in the market structure, but not expecting that for now. So at this moment in time, it's very hard to get in on these kind of positions where the market just pushes and pushes. So you really need to look for areas of consolidation and then just get in very aggressively on the high breaks. That is just the ideal situation. Sadly, I saw an entry here but it was at 1 a.m. Nighttime, so there wasn't really any entry possibility. I was looking to get in on the high break of this area of consolidation, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic trading day. Make sure to join Discord. We'll be active there, and yeah, speak to you guys soon.